What's good, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience. Coming to you with another unscheduled broadcast. And the question today is marriage. Yes or nah? The legally or formally recognized union of two people as partners in a relationship historically and in some jurisdictions, specifically a union between a man and a woman, a happy marriage. So, what is it for you? You prefer to be married? Do you want to be married? Have you ever been married? And if not, do you ever want to be married? If you have been, like me, do you want to be married again? And that's the question today. Marriage, yes or no? So, I got a few tips that might surprise you. And we're going to start off. Hold on. Let me get my bearings correct here. We're going to start off like this. Let me get this power plugged in because I don't need my computer to go off in the middle of this broadcast. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. Damn, I can't find the hole. That's one of the problems with a lot of marriages, believe it or not. All right. But anyway, I have some tips that might surprise you. Men fall in love faster. Did you know that? Men are much more likely to fall in love, more so than women. 48% versus 28% at first sight. And that was surprising to me, actually. I would have thought it would have been the other way around. But I guess studies have proven or have shown that men are more likely to fall in love at first sight than women. Now, maybe in time, it might be women more as far as over the length of time falling in love. I've heard too that men fall in love multiple times a day or a week or some shit like that, something stupid. But anyway, also I found out that men crave romance more than women. 33% more men than women around the world say it bothers them a lot that their significant other isn't more romantic. That's crazy. You would definitely think that more women would crave romance. But I guess we learn something new every day. All right. Here's another tip I bet you didn't know, or maybe you did. Well-off couples fight more. The richest couples surveyed were less likely to be happy than those with less money. So I guess it might be true that money can buy you happiness. In fact, couples who earn $20,000 a year or less argue less frequently than couples who earn $250,000 to $500,000. Didn't know that. Did not know that at all. I know so many broke ass couples, and all they do is fight every day. And it makes you wonder, because a lot of times they're fighting about money. So the fact that well-off couples actually fight more and are less happy is very, very surprising. Let's see. Unhappy couples are still hot for each other. And again, it goes in line with well-off couples fighting more. Why is it, do you think, unhappy couples are still hot for each other? Maybe because that's all they have to hold on to. They don't have money. They don't have a lot of material wealth. So maybe they care for each other a little bit more genuinely than wealthy couples. But according to the marriage statistics in this recent survey, 57% of those in unhappy relationships still find their partner extremely attractive. Wow. That's interesting. Here's another thing. Sleepless in Seattle could break you up. More than 33% of men and women say they have watched a TV show or movie that affected them so much they consider breaking up. Isn't that crazy? That you can watch a TV show or watch a movie, and then after watching it, you want to leave her ass or leave his ass? That's crazy as fuck. All right. So we also find that a good teammate doesn't necessarily make a good partner. Those who put their partners in this category were most likely to describe their relationships as slightly unhappy. I'm kind of confused by that. I would expect that a good teammate or a good partner would be vice versa, but I guess not. Till death is alive and well. Nearly 60% of both men and women who are unhappy with their relationships say that they would still be happy to spend eternity with their partners, if that sounds good to you too. That is crazy. So basically, if either partner were tolerant of the other and said, hey, if you want to, I want to, it's whatever. I've seen that happen before. I have a few friends of mine who are unhappily married, but they stay together because neither one of them actually wants to get a divorce. Neither one of them wants to go their separate ways. I guess what happens is they become so comfortable in the relationship that they just feel like it's cheaper to keep her or him. Excuse me. But that's crazy. That is weird. Here's something though that I find most interesting. Married couples share similar DNA more often. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that means. Does that mean that more married couples are distantly related or some shit? I don't know. But it is already well established in the science community that people tend to marry others who share similar characteristics such as religion, race, etc. But you may also share a similar genetic code, according to a University of Colorado at Boulder study. Researchers examined the genomes of more than 800 white American couples and looked at the places their DNA that are commonly known to differ amongst humans. The team discovered that married couples had fewer differences in their DNA than two randomly selected people from the same population. Plus, the tendency to pair up to a genetically similar spouse was about 1/3 as strong as the tendency to go for someone with the same educational background. Wow. Now, how does that happen? Are people of similar genetics somehow psychically or hormonally attracted? I don't know. That's weird. That would be really weird to think that I had common genetics with my ex-wives. That would be extremely weird for me because two of my ex-wives were of different races. So if it's true that I might possibly share genetic similarities with them, would be quite amazing to me. Interestingly, too, more men remarry than women. A failed marriage or death of a spouse does not mean you'll never walk down the aisle again. Men, in particular, remarry more often than women. Pew Research study analyzed the 2013 U.S. Census Bureau data to find that 64% of previously married men said "I do" again, compared to 52% of women. One reason for this gap could be that more than half of previously married women don't want to ever marry again, compared to 30% of men, according to a 2014 Pew Research study. Also, divorce rates are declining. You've probably heard the often cited statistic that divorce rates are on the rise. Well, research shows that U.S. divorce rates have actually been declining since its peak of 40% around 1980. In fact, the chances of a first marriage lasting at least 10 years were 68% for women and 70% for men, according to the National Survey of Family Growth. For the 20-year mark, the probability decreases to 52% for women and 56% for men. Another estimate claims that 3/4 of couples married in the 1990s would at least hit their 15-year anniversary, compared to the 65% of couples who were hitched in the 1980s. So, I guess it's not true that most marriages will end in divorce now, because according to research, divorces in the U.S. are on the decline. Now, what say you? Are you married now? Are you headed for divorce court? If you're not married, will you ever get married? What's your plan? Me personally, I've been married 3 times. Yes, I have. And I wouldn't swear off marriage. I wouldn't say that I would never do it again, because I definitely don't want to die alone. And although you don't have to be married to have a companion, research also shows that people who are married people who are happily married tend to live longer and healthier than those who are not. So if that's the case, I definitely want to be married. I want to be happily married. I would love to share the rest of my life with someone, but I'm not looking. I'm not counting my life on it. But if it happens that somebody does want to stay with me for the rest of my life, hey, I'm all for it. If we can make it work. Relationships are difficult. Marriages are extremely difficult. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. I find that most people that I know that are in relationships don't want to put in the work. But I also have friends of mine who are married and seemingly hate each other. And I can't understand why they're still married. But who knows? There's something that keeps them together. There's something, obviously, that brought them together. But that's it. It is what it is. I'm your man's Ken Jackson. This has been the Ken Jackson Daily Experience. I'll catch y'all Sunday, 5 p.m. for my regular show. Mind your damn business. Be there. Peace. I'm out.